Hello everyone, my name is Soapsy, and before we get into the video, if you're looking to buy cheap and reliable Ultimate Team coins, make sure you check out FUT Coins Express and use my discount code SOAP for 5% off all your purchases. Hello everyone, my name is Soapsy, and today I have a video about the changes that I would make to FIFA 15's career mode, as there's certain things that I feel are wrong in the career mode in FIFA 14 that could easily be altered and make the career mode better, or possibly potential features that could be added to the career mode for the next game. So the first thing is, when you search for players and you want to buy a player on the transfer market, there's obviously rating boundaries, as in they give you attributes specifically between a certain group of ratings, and obviously you can decide by looking at those ratings whether or not the player is going to be good, but it's quite difficult to tell, obviously, as each individual rating is between a certain amount and a certain amount. Now if they were to give you an overall rating, which is like, say, instead of doing each individual attribute, just giving you one overall rating as well as those individual attributes, it would make it a lot easier. So if they give you a general overall rating attribute, that would be very much easier to establish whether or not you're going to want to buy that player. Now another thing is contract clauses. Contract clauses happen a lot in real life. A lot of players have clauses in their contract, which means like if they're sold on, then money comes back to the original club, or a buyback clause specifically I think is what would be good in this game, as if you wanted to sell a player on but you weren't sure if they were going to go up in ratings after a couple of games, maybe a season, then you might want to buy them back for a certain amount. Then a buyback clause would be certainly something that I would not be opposed to being put into FIFA 15's career mode. Now the third thing is these celebrations. There is one celebration for when you win a trophy currently in career mode. Everyone knows what it looks like. They jump around, the subs come off the bench with their bibs on, they do the tummy slide, and then obviously they hold the trophy up. Now it would be a little bit better if maybe you could do the walking up into the stadium and like lifting up in front of the fans. That would definitely be something good. Maybe players doing a lap of honour instead of running to one end sliding and then running to the other end and sliding, or just maybe a pitch invasion would be something that would be absolutely amazing to see in the game. But obviously another bone that I had to pick with that is that I was playing Swansea on career mode in the final game of the season, and obviously they were sat comfortably 12th. I won the league, and they're sat there crying as if they've just lost the Premier League title to me, which I don't really understand why that happens, and maybe definitely a league title thing needs to be factored in as to whether or not you're playing a team that are competing for that title with you or have already lost it. So, you know, that could be something that could be implemented. Connect's referee hearing, I've gone to the settings and turned it off every time, but whenever your FIFA goes and resets to default, obviously there's a chance of you getting sacked after using bad language in the career mode, so that would be definitely something that I would just remove entirely, as you don't get rewarded for not using bad language, so it doesn't make sense to have the referee hearing on at all. Commentary fixes would be something great. Obviously, I've had a lot of times where players are talked about as if they're a top goal scorer when they're the goalkeeper, or they talk about how a player hasn't scored yet and they're a defensive player, or possibly how they're missing a key star who was someone you never really played in the first place and was maybe not very highly rated. Or sometimes they will just talk randomly about things that aren't even occurring in the game, like talking about players that are starting today but they're not on the pitch. So that's definitely something that could be changed. And the last thing is the player-to-player loyalty. Some sort of loyalty needs to be featured with players that are known to be loyal to clubs. Like for instance, Jack Wilshere has pledged his allegiance to Arsenal pretty much till he dies, and yet on career mode he wants to leave after the first season pretty much every time in any Arsenal career, unless you play him pretty much every single game. And obviously with him starting at a low rating, being a young player, it's quite difficult to incorporate him when you have other higher rated players, and like the loyalty for those players just doesn't seem to make sense. I've seen Gerrard leave to Chelsea and I don't understand it, so some sort of loyalty feature would be great. If anyone out there who hears this can implement it, that would be amazing. If you like the video, guys, please leave a like. If you want to subscribe to me, you can. My name's Soapsy, and I will see you guys later.